but I have to talk to you. Can I give you that?
Sure.
Okay. Has your father passed over?
Yes, he has.
Yeah. Can you understand him being quite stubborn at times, quite set in his ways?
Yeah.
Would you like to join me on stage? Thank you.
Bill Ormsby and Lynn Denham came to Jeanette's show with an open mind. Both had parents who'd passed over, but neither expected a message.
And one of the reasons that Dad's been able to come through is because of that strong will, because he was very determined. And he's showing me how stubborn he was. Now, you have that determination, but you're not letting it overstep as much as Dad did into that stubbornness. Now, I might need you just to change places with each other, if that's all right. Because the closer I sit, the stronger I can get the link. That's great. That's great. Cool. Yeah, understand. Now, Dad's taking me back. He's showing me it looks like an album, but it's not photographs. It looks like stamps, postage stamps. Do you remember Dad keeping a stamp album?
He was at sea when I was a kid. There was an album. He'd give me stamps when I was a kid.
Because it's as though he's trying to show me something that you and he did together. There's something wrong with this hand. This is my left hand. Had Dad lost the end of one of his fingers?
He had a scar on that finger.
Fine, because that's the one. He's as though he's done something to himself. Yeah, it's just his way of trying to identify. He's giving me the letters D-E-A-N.
Jean.
Who's Jean?
My mum.
And is your mum passed over? Fine. Change places again.
You've lost your son.
Because they were trying to spell it out for me. I understand. Okay, understand. Okay. Now, I've got heat across here with your mum. Can you understand her having problems in this part of the body? She's showing me struggling to use her hands. She's showing me real struggling to use her hands.
She had, I guess, very bad arthritis, that type of thing. But
Yeah.
I think her heart gave out in the end.
Fine, because all I've got, it's like a tight feeling, but it also feels very hot, and it's like a tight band all across here. Okay, understand. She's showing me her being very hard on herself, very hard, pushing herself. And she's saying to you, please don't keep pushing yourself like she pushed herself. Understand. She's saying she lost her sense of humour. It's a really sad thing. When we're under stress, I saw it when I worked for the bank, one of the first things to go after the sex drive is the loss of the sense of humour. And your mum's saying she lost her sense of humour, but it was because of the pain she was in. And it's like, when you lose your sense of humour, you've got to look after you. You've got to look after you because nobody else will do it for you. We have to say what our needs are. And she's saying to you, you need to say when you need help. He will help you, but not if you don't tell him. He's not a mind reader. All right? And she's saying this to be helpful. A lot of love. She's really wanting to bring the two of you together. And she was preoccupied with herself when she was here. She makes no bones about it. She was the centre of her universe. Spirit world, she can recognise that other people, they too have lives. She's talking about, as a child, you know how children go through that phase, I want. She was a grown-up saying, I want. And that was really hard for you guys to live with at times. Yeah. Spirit world, she can see she was out of order, but she was just in pain. Okay, understand. She's sorry about missing you, she said. It feels as though she slipped away before you could get there. And she knows that has caused immense pain. But she'd had enough. She'd just had enough, sweetheart. Okay. I'm going to leave you with her love because I know it's emotional. God bless. Okay.
I tend to feel a pair of spirits around me, you know, but she really confirmed that I think that there is something there. You know, she came through with G and she was spot on. So you couldn't get anything better than that.
She was a grown-up saying, I want.
And I had to persuade her to go into
the retirement village. It wasn't so much a rest home as a retirement village. And once I persuaded her that that's where she needed to go, you know, we said, well, look, we'll make your room into just like a little home, you know, like home. And she had me for 8 weekends, didn't she? Packing stuff and taking stuff and putting pictures up on the wall, and you know, and she's saying, I need to have this and I need to have this and I need to have that, and I'm saying, well, you can't. And she got very demanding. I want. Yeah, and it was exactly what Jeanette said.
It feels as though she slipped away before you could get there, and she knows that has caused immense pain.
I think because I had such a desire to talk to my mum because of how she died, and we weren't here when she died, that I really wanted to speak with her, and I was almost, you know, willing her to come. I'm really, really pleased that I got the opportunity to know that she was okay with the fact that I wasn't there when she died. Yeah.
Coming up, some closure after a husband's sudden suicide 8 years ago.
If he could bring himself back, he would, because he never meant for it to be this way.
And a much-loved husband and father's through with household advice.
Have you got a garage where you live at the moment?
Yeah.
Yes.
And are you having trouble getting into it?
I have had with the remotes, yes.
Yeah,
I have
that's
had
what
just
it's on
recently.
about.